Hello, hello, hello. I guess I should get my pencil thing out of your guys's. Well, it was kind of cute. Do you want to see that or do you want to see the door? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Because I cannot hear me. Let's see. Hello, hello, good morning. I can't even see how many people are on. My glasses are dirty. Please let me know if you can hear me. There we go. I've moved the mic today, so, but I don't see anybody saying they can hear me yet. So, howdy, Van. Can you hear me? And if so, how am I sounding? Am I sounding a little bit better than last week? I hear ya. Okay, good. Hi, guys. Oh, yay. Uncharted, episode 2. We're here. We're here. Y'all came back. Like, what? This is crazy. Hi, Courtney. Me and Courtney. Okay, sounds good. Okay, good. Me and Courtney were chatting on Instagram about returning to homeschool. Hi, Katie, Vanessa, Jessica. You guys, I'm so sorry if there is like weird people doing unnecessary rude comments again. Not so far. There was really only one person, the lady who just didn't like my glasses and thought that it was a good idea to share. She didn't bug me, but that other person was like, really good morning, guys. I'm so happy to see you all here. I'm happy to be here. Oh, Courtney, I miss you too. And Courtney, we're in the same state. So we actually have aren't we in the same state? I think we're in the same state. Vanessa, I have my beautiful Smithville mug. And I'm drinking it and enjoying it and thinking of you. Every time I use it, I think of you. I know, Jessica was ready to fight. Jessica was ready to fight. So if I see that again, I'll try to quickly... Hi, Jennifer! Jennifer used to be in the Womanhood too. If I see that again, I will try to quickly remove them. You guys... I don't know what this is. Revolution. I got this. Revolution Beauty. I don't know. But it's a juicy peptide lip balm that I got from Target yesterday because I had a $15 gift card. And I think this was like $6. It's perfect. It's like the kind of lip balm that we used to have. Remember Victoria's Secret's lip balm? It's like that. And I'm really liking it. Hi, Heather. Good morning. Okay, Courtney. Yeah, we're in NC. There's no excuse, ma'am. We should be seeing each other, and we need to get these preteens of ours together. Come on now. We got to do better. All right, ladies. First of all, holy moly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to the amazing response of last week's episode. Like, I was like, maybe I'll get like 500 people to watch. We're at 3,000 and climbing. So all I have to say is I appreciate you and thank you because I didn't expect it to. I mean, I knew that there were people that miss me in this space, but you just never know. People move on. Like, you can be hot one day and not hot the next day. So the fact that there are still 3,000 people and counting who hopped on last week, it just amazes me. And I talked about it over on YouTube, how like, I'm not a huge numbers girl. I'm not like, oh, I need to get all my numbers up. And that's never why I did this. But because life is in such a different season right now, and I have about 10 plates and they're all full. If I am going to put time into this, it needed to make sense logistically for me. And the fact that you guys responded like that just really warms my heart and makes it worth while. So I just appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you, even if you only watch 2 episodes or never watch an episode again. I just appreciate you for hopping on that first call, because that was scary and fresh and new, and I appreciate it. When I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the comments because I am an old lady and I can't see the comments from here. So I can't even see them from here. I have to put on my glasses. And now I can see them. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who watched. I really, really appreciate it. And now for today's icebreaker. Now remember, we don't answer the icebreaker until I say 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to answer it. But I want you to be thinking about the question. And the question is, what's your favorite podcast? What's your favorite podcast? And I will let you, because I know there's some podcast heads like me, so I will let you choose 2, up to 2. But top 2 or only your most favorite podcast, I want to know. Remember, don't put it in the comments yet. Just think about it, and then I'm going to count us down. I hope you all are doing well. I'm trying to give you guys time to answer that that beautiful icebreaker. Hey, hello, Flower Patch School. Yay, I'm happy you're here too. It's always fun when you catch the live. Like, rewatching lives are good too, but when you're in a live and you can like interact with the people in the comments, it's the best. I miss your videos. Your book recommendations have always been my children's favorite. You know what? I need to do a book. I'm not buying as many books anymore for the kids, which is so sad. We're not even going to talk about it. Satya, good morning. I need to start listening to some. Oh yes, there you go, Courtney. You'll get ideas when everybody shoots in their favorite podcast. So remember, if you're just now joining, the icebreaker is, what's your favorite podcast? Don't answer yet. I'm going to count us down. I'm at the library. Please don't ever delete these videos. I'm going to have to watch later. I won't delete the live videos. And the reason why I private it this is good. Some of you guys don't know this. So the reason why, hi Anna, the reason why I private it so many of my all of my videos is because all of the kids were in public school. And I just wanted to like protect them from, I don't know, like from that part of their lives being known to like, teachers, administration, kids, like you just never know. So that's why I was like, we're gonna private these and these are gonna be ours. And I have since then let some old videos, like a lot of book videos, maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 vlogs, like be live again. But that's why I did it. I wasn't doing it to be rude or mean. I was just doing it for them, and there's a squirrel outside my window, for them and to protect them during their transition. Ooh, morning basket ideas. I don't have any. I mean, I might have some old videos on that. I'll have to make them public again, but right now I got nothing. When Titus and Teo did homeschool though, before I put them in a public school, we were doing morning pages, and I just had a clipboard for each boy, and they had a reading page, a writing page, a math page, and I think that was it. And that was really, really working. I think that I just let a day in the life go live where you really get to see our morning pages. So I loved our morning pages. It was simple. It was a good way to get like just a 15-minute, let's warm our brain up. Let's get some paperwork done. And then I would go into read aloud, and then we would go into individual lessons. We were in a groove. Before I put the boys in public school, we were in such a groove. We were winning. Okay. Are we ready? Again, icebreaker. What's your favorite podcast? I hope you have it written out because we are firing our answers in 3, 2, 1. I bet some of you are like, oh no, I forgot. Oh, there we go. Oh, any podcast. podcasts, not just homeschool. We're more than homeschool. You can do any podcast. The Morning Walk and The Lazy Genius. I haven't heard of those. Read Aloud Revival. Currently Call to Homeschool Podcast and Daily Craze. Relationship Restored, Real Love Scenario, Crime Junkie. Jessica, I love you. You are a romance thriller girl combined at the highest. I love it. Faith and Friction. Ooh, Cindy, that sounds good. The Life Podcast, Risen Motherhood. The Homemakers Club. Ooh, that sounds cute. Courageous Parenting. Ooh, that sounds like one I need to listen to. Calm Parenting. That's so funny. We have Courageous Parenting and Calm Parenting. Crime Junkie. Okay. So get specific with me, Danny and Jessica. Is Crime Junkie the name of the podcast? Or are you guys saying you're crime junkies? Okay, I think Crime Junkie is the name of the podcast. Serialistly, ooh, true crime, Good Inside. Okay. It's so interesting what people listen to. I always get a kick. Okay. Oh wait, we got more. Yes, that's the name. Okay, got it. Do you guys listen to Mr. I forget his name. He would tell like scary, spooky stories, and some of them were crime related. Me and the kids were like, there was one road trip we took where that's all we Mr. Ballin! Yes. Now, don't judge me, Elizabeth, because I know like some of it was really scary. We wouldn't do the super scary ones, but me and the kids would we would be invested in his stories, man. And he's ex-military, so I just kind of love supporting him. Morbid. Okay, love these. It's so good. At Home with Sally. Sally. I get to see Sally again in September, and I'm so excited. And I keep I have a picture with me and her, and I really want to frame it and put it in my house, but I don't know if that's appropriate or if it's like, why do you just have this picture? But Sally is just goals. Yeah, see, now we can all Brave Writer. Okay, I haven't listened to Brave Writer in a long time, or the Reading Revival I haven't listened to. Ooh, Angela, I woke up and you were on my mind, and I was like, I need to message her in the Womanhood, because I know you're not on Instagram, and it's just so good to see you. So hey girl, hey. But she says Black Conservative Perspective and The Crucible. Ooh, I bet that's good. It's good. Okay, so I selfishly wanted to know all of yours, because remember, we are doing Little Tiny Enjoyments, our LTEs, and most of my enjoyments, when I sat down last night and I was like, ooh, what have I been enjoying this week? It's all podcasts, almost all podcasts. So I wanted to hear what you guys have been listening to and what you've been enjoying, so that I can, add to my list. Oh yes, I love that one. Also Megan, what's it? Not Coach. What is the other guy's name? Cece and the other guy have a podcast together too, where they're like kind of going through every New Girl episode. But I do like Here to Help with Jake Johnson. He's great. Okay, so my top ones right now are Letters from an American. It's by Heather Cox Richardson. She's a historian, and she does little 8-minute to 13-minute, sometimes they're even shorter, podcasts each morning where she's filling you in with what's going on in the news, but she's doing it in a historian letter writing way. It is so good. Her voice is so, yes, Lamorne, yes. Winston, yes. The Fruitful Vine. Jessica, we be trying. Wendy has her hands so full. I have my hands so full. We're trying though. I reached out to her and I was like, this is something we both want to do it, and we don't know why it just does not hold the priority that it needs to in our lives. So yes, thank you. We'll get better. But I'm going to say it again. Letters from an American by Heather Cox Richardson. So good. I actually got to do I guess you would call it an interview with her with my job. And it was just so amazing. She's just brilliant. And I enjoy talking to her or listening to her. I feel like I'm talking to her. Another one, it's also like, because I do, right? I want to stay in the loop of what's going on in our world. I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to use my, I don't know. I've been convicted, like, because I keep hearing a lot of Christians say, like, oh, like, God's in control anyway, so I'm just going to be complacent and not do anything. And I don't want to do that. We all have civic responsibilities, and I want to engage in a responsible way and be active and not be a Christian that's just like waiting for Jesus to return, because I think he's called us to work in the meantime. And I think we all have civic responsibilities. So I'm saying all that to say, I like hearing from Heather Cox Richardson because it keeps me in the loop without all the drama. Another one that does that is Honestly with Barry Wise. It's Free People Press, and she is just so brilliant. I love how she reports things. I love how she yes. Me and Wendy have such a good time on that podcast. Honestly, by Barry Weiss, again, Free People Press. I love how she just sums up what's happening, kind of leaves out all the drama. And then my other little tiny enjoyment has been really loving the city that I'm in, like really going to all these local places and getting to know my local, I don't know, we have a legendary bakery here, which I've been knowing him, but like we the people have so much power when we put our money into our communities and like knowing about local government. And so like knowing who my mayor is, talking to small business owners downtown and in the Haymount area. Like really, I've just been loving getting to know in a new, fresh way my community and not being like, I'm in the armpit of America. Because where I'm at, I like to say that you need to wait. I'm live.
It's me.
I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I like to say or I used to say that where I'm at is like the forgotten city of the South. And it's not. I mean, it is, but there's so much beauty and I want to really be here. And I'm here. Like my roots are here. We're not moving. And so I've just been enjoying everything local and meeting people and talking to companies and business owners, and it's just been so refreshing. And that was, funny enough, at the start of summer, that was my goal. Like I told the kids, we're having a local summer. We're not doing anything extravagant. We are having a local summer, and that's what we've been doing. And I just love North Carolina, and I love my city, and I've just been loving exploring it. I do too, Courtney. It's such a good state. No, I do not live in a Star Hollows. I wish I did. It has the potential, and with all the city projects that I'm learning about, I do think it's going that way. But unfortunately, we have a lot of messed up local politicians, and we have a lot of great local politicians. So just getting more active in local politics has really been my thing. Oh, Satya, I love that you love NC. It's just the best. When everyone moves to Texas, I'm like, don't go to Texas. Come to North Carolina. I keep trying to recruit people to come to North Carolina. No offense, Texas people. I lived in Texas, and that's that. And then my last little tiny enjoyment has been being in a position where I get to pay it forward. Last year, I was down on my luck. A lot of crazy stuff happened. And now I am grounded and rebuilding, and I feel like I'm in a position where like I just get to pay it forward in so many ways, and I'm really, really enjoying that. So whether it's like sending a friend something, showing up, like I'm just, this week, I don't want to talk about it specifically because I don't like talking about, like you're not supposed to talk about how you give, but it's just been a blessing to finally be in a position where I have more than enough to give. And I love that because I love paying it forward, especially to women who are in a similar position that I was in. I love doing that. So that's been fun. Hannah, you're in South Carolina, aren't you? Which I love South Carolina too. Oh my gosh, I love you, Hannah. I love you. Yeah. No, Anna. I didn't say nothing about finding joy in the heat, okay? Let's be very clear. I hate the heat. I hate being outside. It has, absolutely not. I'm still not happy and thriving in summer. But it is August, and we're going to celebrate that because that means we're one step closer to cooler weathers. But yeah, no, Anna, absolutely not. There's no joy in this heat. There's just survival and the little tiny enjoyments that I find without the heat included. Now you're going to get me all worked up. Okay. Let's move on to the whole topic of this show because me and the kids are actually on our way. We're going to have a little road trip today and we're excited. So I'm going to leave right after this. So I'm not going to keep you guys here for a long time, but we're going to have a good time. Let's talk about connecting with our children. So I have been in this season where there's been a lot of tension and friction, and the kid's father, Justin, had to tell me and kind of brought it to my attention, like, the reason why you're struggling so hard is because you are in a position where you are having less control. You have less control over your children, meaning they're getting older. So everybody, like, there's a lot of women who really struggle with like postpartum and newborn stage and baby stage and little stage. I thrived in that era. Like, oh, we were on a schedule. We had nap time. We had food time. We had snack time. We had, okay, we're going to go explore time. We had errand time. And I just had all my ducklings with me and we had so much fun. And there was literally zero to no problems, minus like Titus was a crybaby and Teo just loved to be he had to be breastfeeding at all times in order to be chill. But I didn't mind that because it was like, I loved it. I really was thriving in that stage of motherhood, you guys, like thriving. And now I am in a stage of motherhood. I have a 12-year-old, 10-year-old, and 8-year-old, and it's very different. My ducklings don't always want to just be by me. And my ducklings want to, they have things on their schedule that they want to do. And this friction and space between them still very much being children, but them starting to develop on their own and want different things and not always want to be at family movie night and want to go to their friend's house. That is where I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening? Like, and I've had the hardest time shifting in this arena. And then you add on like our family trauma that we had the past 4 years, right? So there's a lot at play. But essentially, every family goes through this shift of, oh, my kids are older now and what they need is different and what I'm desiring is different, and how are we going to do this dance? And then you add in hormones and you add in puberty and you add in peers and you add in natural questions of just what kids begin to have as they get older. And it's a lot. And actually, my child's therapist yesterday told me, like, one, she was like, listen, as long as they're not doing drugs and they're not sneaking out, you're going to be okay. She goes, and even if they were doing that, you would still be okay. She was like, this is the natural stage where kids just begin to pull and pull and pull. And it drives us parents crazy because we're like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't how what is happening? And so connection is a big thing. And how do you stay connected with children who are just like, all they're desiring is independence and freedom from you? So I had to sit down and realize that I desire order, especially in my house. And I desire order in my house because there is not order anywhere else, right? So having ritual pillars in my life where, in all things, but since we're talking about kids and family right now, having those ritual pillars in my life that connect me with the people in my household matter. And I had to realize that because I was getting so irritated, and I didn't know why, but it was because also it was the month of July. In July, summer house is just unorderly, right? There is no order. But I was feeling so like nothing is in order. Like I'm at work, you're at work, Titus has basketball, Teo has basketball, Journey has cross country. Oh, Teo has a birthday party. Oh, Titus has a team party. Oh, Teo has an appointment. Journey has an appointment. This is our family. Everyone's like this, and no one's actually meeting. So we're all 5 different circles, right? And then think of a diagram, but have how many circles you have in your family. So 5 people, and there's in this middle circle, that's the time where our lives overlap. And I want you to think about that being your pillars. The time where we overlap. And some of you aren't in this season yet, right? Some of you are very much like at home. Maybe your kids aren't in sports. Maybe maybe everybody works from home. It's a very at-home base, which is beautiful. But I want you guys to listen too, because I think that eventually you might be in this spot where, like Satya said, juggling it all is very, very real. And how do if we have 5 different people living 5 different lives, having 5 different interests, where are we going to overlap? So when they were younger, that was easy. It was family movie night. It was park Saturdays. It was church. It was all these things that we still all really, they didn't have an opinion. They loved it because we loved it, and this is what we're doing, right? But if you go into preteen world with that kind of mindset of this is what we're doing because this is what I said, nothing's going to be enjoyable because your little preteen's going to be there with a sour attitude, and you're going to be like, I just did all this for you, and this is how you respond. And the preteen's going to be like, I told you I didn't want to come. So like, this is the adjustment that we're in, right? So how do we find our circles where we all meet? What are those pillars going to be? And so let's start with that. So the pillars that I came up with, the rituals that help us to stay connected, are game nights, movie nights, and that's kind of all like between each Friday we kind of alternate that because they don't even want to always just want to watch a movie with me, which is so sad. So game nights, movie nights, church. And I'm not saying that church should only be a place of we're doing this to connect as a family, but I do think it's such a beautiful way to connect with your family. Like every Sunday, this is what we're doing. No matter what, we're going to be free on Sunday to be together. No matter what, we're going to be free on Friday to have a game night and a movie night. No matter what, we're going to be, I don't know, maybe your ritual is Saturday family walk. So every Saturday we're going to be free to do that. Family Bible studies. That's been really fun too. Like, let's get together at the end of every day and just read the Bible and conversate. Another one is family dinners. That's one that we've actually been really, really, really disciplined with, is family dinners. Sit down and eat. And even if, I'm not going to force someone to talk, but even if my preteen or my 10-year-old doesn't want to talk, we're still all together. So those are like the pillars, right? And I would love to know some of your pillars. We're struggling. Who's struggling? Oh yeah, Courtney. The attitude. Courtney, my mantra every single morning is, I will not let my preteen ruin my day. I will not let my preteen ruin my day. And every single day, there's a moment where she wins and I lose. But every single day, Courtney, just repeat it to yourself. Oh, I love that Sunday's a family day for it looks. Yeah, I love that, Satya. Yeah, just being together. And sometimes you can be like, wow, we're really only together one day of the week. But honestly, that's a win. And obviously, we're together because we're all in this house, right? But I mean intentionally together. Ages 12 to 14 are so hard, but it will get better. Flower Patch School, preach to me. My daughter's turning 16 and is now my little broke bestie. I love that we have such a strong bond. I love that. That is what I've learned the hard way. 3 boys, 19, 15, and 11. Oh, see, so far my boys are so sweet. I feel like they gave me trouble in those younger years. They were cranky babies, versus the girl was this perfect little baby, toddler child. And now she's paying it forward, so to speak. Yeah. Yes, Mackenzie, give me the babies all day. Yeah. Oh, Courtney, you don't think you thrived at any stage? Well, maybe adulthood. Maybe when your babies are adult, they'll pay it forward and you'll be thriving then. Yeah. Yeah, it's such uncharted territory. It really is. It's uncharted, and it can I dropped my child off at therapy yesterday, and then the therapist took one look at me and I just started crying, and I was like, I'm so sorry, you're not my therapist. And she was like, well, what are these tears trying to tell me, Mom? And I was like, I don't know my child. I don't know who she is. All of a sudden she's just blah, 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 blah. And I just want the other version of her back. And I know that this is the way through, and and we're talking, and she's like, it's going to be okay, Mom. It's just this time. It's just this age. And that really is so soothing, to know. And then you'll get the parents who are like, no, not my kid. I never went through that, which is great, because I don't think it's every kid. Or I do think it's every kid. I think some kids are a little bit lighter with it, and some kids are really heavy with it. But you do get those parents, so then you're like, oh, or you get the parents who don't have preteens yet and try to tell you how to raise your preteens, and you're like, didn't ask for that. But for the majority, this is what I get. Yes, you are in the hardest stage of parenting, and it's okay, and it will get better, and just stick it out. My sister tells me that. Everybody who has raised a human and has been through that stage tells me that, so that makes me feel a lot better, and not alone. So I hope, Courtney, you don't feel alone. And I hope all of you don't feel alone if you're in that stage. Yeah, Sarah, I miss tiny baby stage. Okay, so those are the big pillars, right? What are your big pillars? And if you're an OG, you know that I've talked about pillars for years. Have those pillars that keep you on track. So whatever it may be, we're trying to also incorporate like a science history night where we just turn on YouTube and watch a short flick of like something in the sciences, something in history, or a person. Like, so we are doing that too, and we're kind of we're kind of blending that with Bible study. Have those pillars and talk to your family about it. Talk to your husbands about it, because I feel like sometimes the husbands don't understand, like, just communicate. Like, this is what I really need in order to thrive. I need this order. I need these pillars. And I would love for all of us to be on one accord. Oh, Satya, you saying that really soothes me, because Satya's children are golden. Satya, I know I didn't raise them, but Satya has done such a good job with her girls. And her boys are still younger, but they're so sweet. But the girls are older, and they have matured and developed so beautifully. You've done such a good job, Satya. So hearing you say that makes me feel better. So then let's get into specific ways of connecting. Okay. So a lot of times with preteens, they don't want to talk, or some preteens over talk, but my preteen doesn't want to talk. So one thing that I've done to connect is I turn on either Apple News or Honestly by Barry Wise, or Letters from an American by Heather Cox Richardson, and I play it while we're driving across country, and she'll listen to the stories, and all of a sudden she has all these opinions, and we just start talking. So connecting with her in that real way, in a way that's like, hey, this is what's going on in the world. What's your opinion about it? Has been so fun and so fruitful. So when we drive to her cross country practices, that's what we do. And it's our new ritual, and it's been fantastic. And some days she has nothing to say, and that's fine. I don't push it, but I turn on the news and we drive and we talk, or we don't talk, but we're listening and engaging in something together, which I really like. So, you're welcome. And her name, let me put it in the comments, because she spells it very wise. There you go. So yeah, like engaging with real life stories with your preteen has been really good. Another thing that connects us, even though it fills our schedule up, is basketball. Like, basketball is such a connection point for our family, and cheering on the boys during their games, and going to the games, and meeting the parents on the team, and like and cheering on other kids. Like, it is, like I said, it fills our schedule up, but it is such a beautiful moment for us to come together, and basketball is that link. And I know some homeschool families are very anti-sports, and I haven't really understood that. Like, I think sports are great at developing so many life skills. Learning that you don't always win, cheering on your teammate, learning how to celebrate yourself when you do win, working hard, showing up, discipline, getting yelled at by an adult that's not that's not mom and dad. I think that's important. Like, sports develop so many good things. So I don't know though, in the homeschool communities, it's like, we don't do sports because it takes up too much time. It does take up time, but you guys are together. And if your children loves the sport, it's so beautiful to see your kid enjoy a sport and thrive. And we're not doing it because we think we're going to be professional athletes. Like, we're doing it because of right now. It develops them into excellent men and women. And that's been, if I'm being honest, well, I won't say that. I won't say that. So basketball for the boys is how I connect with them. And they think it's so funny when I like talk about basketball, because I really don't know what I'm talking about, but that's how we connect with them. And they're really close to their father through that too. And they have game nights where like we'll get the Doritos, we'll get some bubbly water, and we are like watching the game. Caitlin Clark, like we're just like, it's such a connection point. So sports can be that way through too, especially as the kids are getting older. Thoughtful things. I feel like sometimes preteens don't feel like they get taken seriously. So I feel like that's why the news thing works with Journey is we're listening to the news. I'm listening to her opinion. We're sharing opinions. We're having this kind of discord. And I think she feels very listened to and mature in that way. Let me see the comments. My preteen only wants to talk at night. Mackenzie, yes, I feel like they do that to manipulate, and I'm like, it works, and because they know that we're just like, talk to me, and so that's what they do. Yeah. So much to say, but my youngest is so quiet, which I know they're both so different. Yeah, that's another thing, like juggling the different personalities because they're not all the same, and that can be hard. Also for me, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but because my preteen is requiring so much attention and energy, I can sometimes forget about my non-preteens and my sweet little boys who really are doing everything I ask of them and being so kind and being so sweet, but so much energy is going towards this that I'm forgetting about them. And so that's something that I've been like struggling with too and trying to learn how to balance. I love that, Courtney. I love volleyball. I try to get Journey into volleyball, but she didn't want to do it. I love soccer. Oh, I love that. I love that. Track and soccer. Oh my gosh. Satya's girls can run. So good. Courtney, I love it. I love that a lot of us are leaning into sports because I think that's beautiful. And maybe that's like, I hope that's something that is going away. I don't know why. There we go. Oh yeah, cross country. Sarah, does your cross country team meet super early? We have to have them at the field at 6:30 in the morning. It's 6:30 in the morning just to beat the heat. So I understand, but man, I love that. So I would love to learn, before I close out, I want to know ways that you are connecting with your babies. And I saw Anna said like she's been thinking about it a lot because her oldest is getting older, and like, I love, Anna, that you see the foresight. You probably see it because you hear, I call Anna all the time to complain and pray about it. But I love that you have the foresight of that, Anna. I really do. And I just want to know, like, how are you guys staying connected through transition, through seasons of tension with growing and growth spurts mentally and physically? Like, how are you guys staying connected? Because what I've learned is this. To be a parent is to be a coach. It's to be on the sideline. It's to be cheering you on. It's not to be playing the game for you, but to be right beside you. And that is what I'm learning right now. And that can be hard. And that can feel like a lack of control. And it can feel like too much newness all at once. But the ultimate goal is that when we get through this preteen season, is that, like one of you said in the comments, like that we are still best friends, that the friendship has not torn apart, that the foundation is still there, and that you know that I am for you even when you feel like I'm against you. So I want to know how you guys are doing that and how you guys are maintaining the relationship during these seasons. I wish we met early. They start at 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh, wow. Oh, Sarah, why do they do that? That's awful. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. I don't know. I think that we just have to be aware of it, and I am becoming more aware of it. So when I'm like, okay, I've spent so much energy and time on this child, I need to do XYZ. And luckily, the boys are still very much like want to be by me. So I need to maybe lean in a little bit more to that and lean out of preteen drama, because also the more you feed into the preteen drama, like the bigger it gets. So like I'm learning, like, okay, just don't feed into it. Back that one up. Ooh, that's cute. Reading books together, Angela. That's a good idea. Oh, and watching TV shows together. That's something that me and Journey did at the beginning of summer, and it was really, really fun. I should probably bring that back. It's just so hard sometimes to want to do stuff with people when you don't like their attitude and you don't want to be around them. We go on dates. I love that. Ooh, a solo one-on-one time. Okay, so how often, Satya? Like, how does that look in your schedule? How does that look logistically? Talk to us. Satya, we're just going to go visit her like every other weekend. We're going to go to her college and we're going to visit her. Yeah. Ooh, Courtney, I love that. Getting better at just listening. My doctor told me, stop trying to feed them the answers. Stop trying to preach at them, and learn how to ask the right questions. Learn how to ask the right questions, and then your preteens will begin to give you the answers as they're figuring it out, not you teaching them and preaching them the answer, because they really don't care. They don't care that you've been here before. They don't care that you're wiser. They don't care. They're in a stage where they're trying to piece it all together. So my doctor was like, just stop talking and learn how to ask the right questions and then listen. So yes, Courtney. Like once a month for each of them. I love that, Satya. I love that, Anna. That's really nice. Like, so it's kind of like your off season, Anna. That's awesome. Ooh, yes. I love that, Courtney. Yep, listening. Ria's right. Yep. Oh, I love that. I love that it's like books and movies and the arts that really keep us all connected, right? I love that. Like, we're so excited to see Wicked in November with Ariana Grande. And like, that is just something that we're all looking forward to, right? Like, it's just those little things. Oh, I love that, Michelle. To literally meet them where they're at. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Jessica, I'm so excited. We're all low key. Okay, this is off topic. I think I am like the biggest Ariana Grande fan. And I don't support everything she does. I really don't even know what's going on with her. But the girl can sing. And that is so... true talent's not really coming on. Like, you cannot sing and be a superstar, but like Ariana Grande can sing, and she's funny. She's so funny, and I'm so excited to see the movie. We're going on a family cruise in December. Oh, that's fun. That's so fun. Speaking of December, I have our whole December planned out, and I'm really excited for that. So I feel like what we're all getting at is making sure some things come naturally, right? Watching YouTube together, watching a movie together, reading together, but also like putting those things on the calendar. Okay, every fourth Saturday is Coffee with Journey Day. December is like connection. The Christmas of connection, right? So we're going to connect every weekend in December in fun ways. Like also putting things on your calendar that you're just excited and anticipating. So whether it's a vacation or a staycation, or we're going to be at home and do crafts all day and make cookies, like having those exciting things on the calendar is one way to look forward. But you have to control your expectations with that, because you can be thinking you're being like this Christmas little fairy and creating all these Christmas magical memories, and the kids can show up and be like, meh. So like we got to watch our expectations with it. Maybe not have any expectations on it, but just like, this is, I'm going to put this on the calendar and see what happens, see how it goes. Yeah, leaning into their interests is a big thing. And it's really hard when you have a preteen that's not interested in anything. But yes, ideally, that's what you would do. Yeah. Also, I want us all to have grace with ourselves. I've been telling all my girlfriends this, like, thriving season is coming, and the thriving season is fall and winter. And if you feel like if you thrived in the summer, you're amazing. I'm so proud of you. But if you feel like, man, I really dropped the ball this summer, it's not your fault. It's the heat. It's the heat. So we're going to thrive in fall and winter, okay? We're going to do it. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it by intentionally connecting with our children, having those pillars, having all the fun and free things planned where we're just together. And I'm not talking about like hyper consumerism, like we don't need to consume the things to connect. We can just connect. We can just go on a walk together. We can just use Netflix because we're already paying for it. Like, let's make fall and winter the seasons of slowing down and connecting with each other, with ourselves, having those pillars in, because that's what I want to do. We're about to start a fresh new school year, and whether your kids are in public school or you're homeschooling or private school, or you have some kids, we're homeschooling one child, we have two in public school, like no matter what, do that Venn diagram practice, the Venn diagram practice, and like draw your circles. If you have 5 people, draw 5 people. Have a point in the middle where they're all meeting and see how are we going to connect with each other's schedules. So Journey has cross country. Titus is going to have basketball. Even though I've decided that we're only doing cross country for Journey in the fall, the boys are not doing any sports and they're really mad about it. But they did 9 months of basketball. And so we're taking a break, and it's going to be okay because we're going to be supporting Journey. And I think that's really going to free up our schedule to connect in other ways that slow us down and don't make us busy. I love you, Courtney. Yay. Courtney, speaking of the womanhood, we'll end with this. You can join for free, and you can come to the last meeting of every single month, which is our Come to the Table, where it's just like this, except it's a Zoom call. You don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want to. And we're all talking about how the month went. We're taking inventory, because here's the thing. If you don't plan life and take count of what's happening, it will fly by, and you'll be at the end of the year having none of your intentions met because you never stopped. So the womanhood really kind of forces us to stop and chit chat and laugh and catch up and make sure we're hitting our goals. So anybody can join for free. And with that free tier, you can be in one meeting a month, which is our Come to the Table meeting. I love you guys so much. I have to get on the road. We are about to have some fun. We have a family reunion that we're going to. And again, I'm just so happy that people show up to these things. I appreciate you guys. Let's stay connected. Maybe as some homework, we can all like write out and start to brainstorm ways that we're going to connect for the next 6 months before the year ends. We're in August, baby. This is crazy. Connection, connection, connection in a world that's constantly trying to pull us apart. Okay. Have a great day, you guys. I love you guys so much. Bye. I don't know how to end it. This is great. Oh, I think I just exit. Do I exit? Bye, guys.